It is primary election night in Washington. The deadline is now passed for you to cast your vote, but now the race is on to get those ballots counted. Good evening, I'm Steve Solis.
I'm Jessica Janner Castro. In the last hour, we got the first round of results for some of those top races happening in our state. King 5 has team coverage on this election night with live updates from multiple watch parties happening right now.
We'll begin with one of Washington's 2 U.S. Senate seats that is up for grabs tonight. Democrat Patty Murray has held the seat since 1992. And right now she has a comfortable lead over Republican Tiffany Smiley, who is now in that second spot. Murray is leading 54% to 32% right now, but there are 18 candidates running in tonight's primary for this race.
King 5's Natalie Swaby kicks off our team coverage. Natalie, you spoke to Murray as she looks ahead to November.
That's right. Just about 30 minutes ago, she posted a message on social media saying she's more motivated than ever for this race. Now, she's not at a campaign watch party tonight. Instead, she's in Washington, D.C. She tells me she's working on the Inflation Reduction Act. I did have a chance to talk with her one-on-one today about her plans as she campaigns for another term.
And I go to work every day to be a voice and a vote to fight for the people in my state.
Senator Patty Murray is asking Washington voters for a 6th term so she can continue the job she started nearly 30 years ago.
I was just a mom in tennis shoes.
When she ran the first time, she was told she could not make a difference because she was just a mom in tennis shoes. Fast forward to this race, and today she's considered a powerful member of the Senate.
Obviously, right now, getting our economy strong, lowering prices for families, making sure we fix our supply chains.
She says those are a few of her priorities. She's also pushing back after the recent reversal of Roe v. Wade.
The Republicans have put in place a Supreme Court that has gone down the road of taking away the rights of women in this country to make their own health care decisions. That's on the line in this election.
Now, Murray does have a financial advantage. She's raised more than $11 million. By comparison, one of her opponents, Tiffany Smiley, has raised more than $4 million in contributions. Live in Seattle, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.
Natalie, thank you. Let's get right over to King 5's Julie Calhoun, who is with the Republican candidates tonight. And Julie, what's the feeling right now from the Tiffany Smiley campaign?
Well, Tiffany Smiley is certainly celebrating and looking ahead to November as she has secured that 2nd spot and will be going on to the general election. She said it's time for Patty Murray to retire, the political newcomer taking on a political veteran who is now seeking a 6th term in the U.S. Senate. But for Tiffany Smiley, she's really focusing on families. That's what she talked a lot about in her speech right after those results came out. And some of the issues she's campaigning on are improving public safety, addressing homelessness, and also inflation. And she says that's what's really resonating with voters.
And I can't wait to see the rest of the numbers come in because Patty Murray is scared and she shouldn't be. A year ago, we were talking about inflation. A year ago, we were talking about rising gas prices. A year ago, we were talking about the fentanyl crisis, and it's just gotten worse.
Smiley says they've been running a strong campaign and will continue to do so as they work ahead for November. But again, celebrating tonight and coming up at 10, we'll hear more from her as they prepare for that general election. Back to you.
One of the other big races tonight is Congressional District 8. Here's a look at where that covers. It's parts of Snohomish, King, Pierce, Chelan, and Kittitas counties. King 5's Callie Greenberg is watching this race tonight. She's live with us now in Issaquah. And Callie, you spoke with Congresswoman Schreier.
Right. Congresswoman Schreier was in Issaquah tonight. We spoke with her and she said she feels good about holding this seat. But keep in mind, this is a congressional seat that the GOP is looking to flip in order to take control of the U.S. House of Representatives. Let's take a look at the results that we have so far. Now, these preliminary results show that Schreier has a healthy lead there. However, if you look at the numbers of her Republican opponents there's really a three-way split right now. So we'll have to see which Republican will be her opponent come November. She said what she's going to do is spend the next 3 months making the case to earn people's vote in the 8th district. Now, Dr. Schreier is a pediatrician by trade. She said she's the only pro-choice women doctor in Congress. She told me the first thing she did in Congress was join the Agriculture Committee to represent the rural parts of this district. When we spoke one-on-one this evening about her role in the Capitol, she called herself a pragmatic centrist. Take a listen.
I've had 14 bills pass the House, the Senate, and get signed into law. And here's the thing. 8 of them were signed by President Trump and 6 of them by President Biden. And it just shows you that if you go for common sense legislation, speeding a path to generic insulins, making sure there's water for fish and farmers, making sure that kids, while they're out of school, get nutrition, and families on WIC can get nutrition during a pandemic, like these are the things everybody can get behind.
So this district, because of its makeup, it is considered competitive. In fact, Dr. Schreier called it beautifully diverse. And she actually said that she would like to see more districts across the United States just like this, the 8th district in Washington, because she said what this ensures is that the best candidate is being sent to D.C. Live in Issaquah, Callie Greenberg, King 5 News.
Okay, thank you, Callie. And who will be the other name on the ballot running against Schreier in November? Right now, a tight race between 2 Republicans in the 8th district. King 5's Kristen Goodbull is with the GOP campaign tonight. Kristen, how's it going?
You said it. It is an extremely tight race, and because of that, there is a lot of energy in this room. Reagan Dunn just took that second place spot, but it's only by 114 votes. And we do have Reagan Dunn with us, Councilmember Dunn. Hi, Councilmember. And so how confident are you? 114 votes between you and Matt Larkin.
I'm feeling really confident, and here's why. King County is 59% of this congressional district, and I'm leading my next closest Republican rival by over 6% there. Because it's such a big county and the postal system's complex, we count longer and later, and my lead will grow. All the statistical probabilities and where the votes are, I'm feeling like we'll move ahead ultimately, if we're not already ahead, and ultimately win this race, and that'll be good. And the other thing is we held incumbent Kim Schreier to under 50%. She was in the high 40s tonight, and that's exactly what you want as a challenger campaign.
All right, you have a long history in politics. What does this mean to you?
Well, it's an honor to be able to run for public office at any level. I've always kind of wanted to do what my mom did and maybe take a shot at Congress, and it's part of the democratic process. It means a lot to me, the voters you get a chance to talk to and the issues, and it's going to be a good old-fashioned spirited general election if we get to that, and that's part of the process. We want to give voters choice.
All right, thank you so much, Councilmember Dunn. And of course, Matt Larkin is in that 3rd place spot right now, but at this point it is just too close to call, so we'll have to wait until all of those votes come in to call it. Back to you.
All right, Kristen, thank you. Also up for grabs tonight, the Secretary of State seat. Democrat Steve Hobbs currently has this job and is the front runner for securing a bid for the general election. Nonpartisan candidate Julie Anderson is in the running for that 2nd slot, a slight lead over Republican candidate Bob Hagelin.